Hi, I'm Daniel. Today I'm going to talk about 23andMe, where you find out information through your DNA about your genetic ancestry and your health. 2 years ago, I submitted my DNA to find out my health and my ancestry. And I found out a lot of information about my health, like health risks that possibilities of me getting ulcerative colitis, which I already had, rheumatoid arthritis, prostate cancer, and heart disease. All interesting things I got to look at and make sure I keep up to date and keep checked at the doctor. I wanted to sign my parents up for the 23andMe to get their ancestry and their health risks. But then the FDA stopped the health risk portion of the 23andMe, mainly because 23andMe was saying you have these possibilities of having these diseases, but there wasn't enough research or studies to back up that these, it wasn't like assumptions or they were just possibilities. But one study or two say it just wasn't enough, so the FDA stopped that part. So I kind of waited around to see, am I going to do it for my parents, am I not? 2 years passed by and I decided, okay, I'm going to do it. And around that time the FDA started approving some portions of the health risk, but not all of it. But I decided, let's just go for it. One interesting thing I found out through my ancestry was that I'm 1.3% Ashkenazi Jewish. What? Like, how is that possible? I'm full Mexican. That made no sense. But through research I found out apparently while colonists were coming over to Mexico, or the Spaniards were, some of the Ashkenazi Jewish people were escaping persecution and came over here. Or something like that. I'm still doing the research on that. But anyways, I submitted my parents and wanted to find out which parent had the Jewish ancestry. And I found out it was my mom. Hers was 1.8%. That was quite a bit more than me. So I wanted to know how much my grandparents had. Unfortunately, I don't have my mom's mother around anymore, but I do have my grandfather. So through the help of my family, I was able to get his DNA, and I decided since my grandmother is no longer around, we'll have my great aunt, her sister, submit her DNA. So I'm 1.3% Jewish, my mom is 1.8%. So when we got my grandfather's and my great aunt's reports, okay, one of them had to be over 2%, right? Well, I opened my grandfather's, and his was 1.4%. How is his lower than my mother's? That didn't make sense. So I opened up my great aunt's report. Hers was 1.2% Ashkenazi Jewish. So that means I have Jewish ancestry on both sides of my mom's relatives or group parents. And together they gave her more Jewish ancestry. Crazy. When I told my mom's side of the family, one of my mom's sisters was all like, do we get to celebrate Hanukkah now? I'm like, I don't know. I do know that Jewish and Judaism is passed down through the mother lineage. So that fact that my mom's mom has it, hey, there we go, it works. So I guess I better find a menorah for next year. My dad's sister had earlier this year done 23andMe as well. So I already now had my dad, my mother, my great aunt, my grandfather on my mom's side, and then my aunt, my dad's sister, who did it. And through hers, it was interesting to find out the similarities and differences that my dad and her had in their ancestry makeup. My aunt, when she saw the information I gathered from my grandfather and great aunt, she said, that's it, we're getting my, my dad's mom to do this as well. So I can't wait to find out what information we find out from her. Even though the health reports for 23andMe aren't as interesting or informative as they were 2 years ago when I first did it, it's still really interesting information you gather through your ancestry report. The only problem I have, I would love to recommend everyone to do this, but the only problem I have is last month or a month and a half ago, 23andMe raised the price from $99 to $199. I'm like, I'm glad I got all my grandparents and everyone's DNA kits when it was $99. And I was like, this is your Christmas gifts and birthday gifts for a while. So, and they were fine with that. But I just don't see paying $199 for this, especially if people just, that's just a little too much. If you can afford it, go for it. So hopefully it'll reduce in price, or maybe later on there'll be a lot more information offered. And that probably will happen. So when there's more information offered, then I would recommend doing this. Thank you for watching this week's video. I post every Friday on my other channel, The Candy Guy, so go check that out. I post here every Monday, so I shall see you all next Monday. Have a great day. Bye!